Okay, now we will start finding our bowling and batting statistics. So you can see into our dashboard. This is this chart we will prepare now. What is the batting stats? And with respect to select batsman, we will get this particular numbers over here. So what we will do? First, we will add a shape over here. So I will just copy this shape again. Control C and Control V, and I will just try to place it over here perfectly. And what I will do is I will use my custom size for this. I will go in format. I will go in general. In properties, I will choose a height for it as 165, and I will take the width for it as 415. All right. And I will just copy this and I will make one more. This will be placeholder for our bowling stats. Perfect. So now we will start designing it over here. And the first thing what we have to do is we have to add a filter over here, which will be giving us the batting stats. Okay. And you can see we have added a batsman filter over here. So what we will do to add a filter over here or slicer, we will check this particular slicer. And in this particular slicer, we will add a batter fields. Okay. So this is a batsman's, and we will change the settings of this slicer. In slicer settings, we will do it as vertical as a drop down. Okay, so in this way we will be choosing our, and in this selection we will be using only a multi select. Will not, you will use select side, single select. Okay, so means you can only select one batsman, okay, for to look the stats of that particular person. So now let's reduce this somewhat. Okay, and I will place it over here. All right. Perfect. Now what I will do, you can see we can only see the batting name, but what we have to do, we should be able to search the batsman name. So to do that, what we will do, you can click on this slicer and we have a three buttons over here, and you can click on search bar. Okay, just click on the search bar, and now when you see, you can search for different players. Like if I want to see for Kohli, I can do it for Kohli and others. All right. So now what we will do, the first thing what I will do is, if you see whenever I'm changing it for Badoni, so it is affecting this particular charts as well. See, whenever I'm changing this value, it is affecting these charts. So my this particular slicer should not affect any of these particular visuals over here, because these are what the KPIs and which should be only changed with respect to this particular slicer over here. And the values of this slicer will be applicable on all this dashboard. But for this particular batting stats, it should be only applicable for this particular visual itself. It should be not affecting any other visuals. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to edit the interactions of this particular filter. So now what I will do, I will select this filter, then you have to go in format, and in format you have an options called edit interactions. Okay, so now what here you can do is, you can see there are different options available over here. So this is what it is, means it is filtering. But what we have to do is we don't want it to be filtered, so you have to click on none. So you will click here none. Similarly on orange cap also you have to click on none. So you can see it is reflecting us Josh Butler again. See here as well you have to click on none. Here also you have to click on none. Similarly for purple cap, for tournament sixes, and for fours, right? So now what we have done is we have edited the interactions of this particular slicer, that with respect to this slicer, none of these values will be changed. It will be only applied for this filter. So in the next upcoming visuals also, we have to change the interactions of this particular, whenever we'll add a new interaction or new visuals into this our dashboard, right? So now what we will do, whenever I'm selecting, now we have to turn off this edit interactions. I will just go here and I will just hit this button, it will go away. So now whenever I'm changing any value, you can see these particular visuals are not changing, right? So now I will just by default select Kohli over here, and we will see, we'll have to find the batting stats of Virat Kohli. Now what I will do is I will take a new slicer or a new KPI over here. Okay, so we will take a new KPI, not a slicer. And first thing what we have to find is, if you go into our visual, I have to find total runs. Okay, so now to find out the total runs, what I have to do is I will just reduce it somewhat, and I will try to place it over here. Okay, so now to find out the total runs are nothing but we have to take the sum of batsman runs, right? So what is there? We have a batsman run. So from ball by ball, you just have to take sum of batsman runs, and I will put it over here. Okay, so Virat Kohli have 341 runs in 2022 season. Okay, so if you want to see it for all the seasons, just have to deselect this. Okay, and it will give us the season wise. Or if you have to change the settings of this, you can do it from here as well. Select go in slicer settings, and you can show all app button. Okay, so it is allowing us to give all button over here. So you can see, we can see select all. Okay, it means what? Now right now all is been selected, like for all seasons. You can see for Virat Kohli have made 6634 runs. Okay, now we will format this visual somehow. So I will just go in format, and in call out value I will name it as 16. Okay, and I will make it as bold. We don't want the call out label over here, so I will just turn it off, and we will add a if title over here, and title will be just, I will turn out, and it will be total runs. Okay, so these are my total runs. I will center it, and I will just reduce its size to 12. All right, and I will just make it a bit smaller, and I will go in properties. So I will fix the size for this. Height for me will be 60, and I will choose the width for me as 80. Okay, 80. Okay, so this will give us the total runs over here. I can place it nice and clean below. Okay, so now what I will change the color for this, or we will change the color at one time for all the visuals later. All right, so now this is the total runs. I will just copy this, Control C and Control V. I will bring it next to it. Okay, and now next what we have to find it is number of sixes hit. Okay, so now we'll select this visual, and I will just hit this button, that is we don't want to show it right now the total runs. Now we will show here the sixes. Now we know for this particular what we have done in here, we have taken here as in filter, and in visual we have taken counts of batsman runs, then is non-boundary as 0, and we have taken the batsman's runs as 6. Same we will be doing it for here. Okay, so now select this, we will take the sum of batsman runs, and we will place it over here, and instead of sum we want it as count, and again we will put it into filters, place it over here for this visual only. Then we will do a basic filtering, and we want it only 6 runs. Okay, and the next thing what we will do is the non-boundary. Okay, so non-boundary again we will put it into this particular visual, and we will do it as basic filtering, and we want it as 0. Okay, so this is what we are getting, the number of 6 hit by Virat Kohli. So here also we will take Virat Kohli. Okay, so let's do it for all. Perfect. So we can see we are getting the same numbers over here as well. All right, so these are total number of runs. Next, what we have to find is total number of fours. Okay, so I will just copy this again. I will place it over here. Sorry, this is total number of sixes. We have to change the title first here. In title, we will name it as sixes. 6. Stop it. S. Same, we will change it here. It will be for fours. All right, so now for number of fours, we just have to edit this filter. Okay, instead of 6, we will choose here as fours. Okay, so these are the number of fours hit by Virat Kohli. All right, and now we have to find out the strike rate. Okay, so now first we will understand what does strike rate mean. Okay, so for that I will just go on Google, and you can see how to find out the strike rate for cricket. So you must divide the total number of runs scored in an innings by the number of deliveries faced by the batsman, and this ratio should be multiplied by 100. So this is the formula logic, that is divide total number of runs with respect to the number of deliveries he have faced. Okay, so now we have to write a calculation for this, obviously. So I will just right click on ball by ball, create a new measure, and I will name it as strike rate. Strike rate for batsman. Okay, all right, and the formula is nothing but we will do the sum of, all right, sum of batsman runs. Okay, we want the sum of batsman run, right? Sum of batsman runs divided by what? The number of count he has faced, right? So we will take count of ball numbers. Okay, so number of ball he have faced is nothing but the ball numbers. Okay, and we have to multiply this entire. So I will just put a bracket over here at the start and end, and we have to multiply this by 100. Okay, with respect to our logic, and I will just click hit OK button, and now I will close this, and here is the strike rate for batsman. And first I will just take this Control C and Control V. I will create one instance for this here. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just select this, and here are the filters applied first. Okay, so first remove these filters, because for this particular visual we don't want any filters. Go in general, and we have to change the title to strike rate. Okay, so this is our strike rate actually, and we will just increase its size so that it will take value properly. Okay, so this is our strike rate, and now we have to take our new value over here. So deselect this. Now we will take strike rate of batsman and we will put it over here. So this is the strike rate for Virat Kohli in his entire IPL career. Okay, so strike rate is nothing but how many number of scores he have done divided by number of balls he have faced. Okay, so I'll just place it right and clear. All right, so this is now what these are our batting stats. Okay, so if you go to our dashboard, so these are our batting stats, and now we will go ahead and see our, or we will do some formattings over here. So I will just select all these visuals. Okay, select all these visuals, select the slicer as well, go in visualization, go in general, or just deselect the slicer. We will give the color to it next time, or after this step. So just select these four visuals, go in general, go in effects, go in background color, and I will use a background for this as I will use it as hashtag, one sec, hashtag 41A4FF. Okay, so this is the color which I will be using. I will just copy this, Control C, and I will add it for a slicer as well. So just select our slicer and go in general effects, and we will add the color over here. Perfect. All right, so this is for Virat Kohli. If you want to see it for some another, so let's see it for we'll see it for AB de Villiers. Okay, so AB de Villiers in his entire career he have done 5,181, 253 runs, 4,144 a strike rate of 148. So let's say if you want to see it for the respective seasons. Okay, so let's see for 2020. Okay, so you can see for 2020, AB de Villiers have did 460 runs, 23 sixes, 34 fours, and 155 was the strike rate. And if you want to look it for 2022, you can see blank is there. Why? Because AB de Villiers didn't play any season in 2022. He took the retirement in 2021, I guess, and he was not the part of 2022 season. That's why it is giving us the blank values over here. It means that he have not played into that particular season. Likewise, okay. So you can see for all the seasons, or if you want to see for particular season, you can go ahead and see that statistics also. So it will give us the variety range of filters to see. All right. So now this is for batsman. Now we will just remove this particular batter over here. We don't want here the headers. So I will just remove the header from here in visual and remove the header. Okay. And I will just select. I will just lower it here. And now we will add one what we can say the selects batsman here. Okay. So I will go in insert and I will click on text and I will name it as select batsman. Okay, select it, make it as 12 and select it as CGO bold. Okay, reduce it, take it and place it over here. Right, and now we will go in our effects and we will say none for the background. And now we will select this and we will change the color to this one. Perfect. Okay. Alright, so now next thing what we will do, I will just copy this. Okay, Control Z. So you can see whenever I'm selecting this particular shape, it has been behind this particular shape, this particular thing. So I will just go in format and I will just click on send backward. Okay, click on multiple times, and now you can see I can select this visual and it can be moved. All right, so I will just Control C and Control V, and I will just create one more statistics over here, and I will name it as IPL batting stats. Okay, and we will place it nicely in between, and we will change the color to this. Perfect. Or we can change it to This one. So this is our IPL batting stats. The next one, what we have to do is we have to do it for bowling stats, right? So same thing. So what I will do, I will just copy this slicer, Control C, Control V, and I will place it over here. Okay, same slicer we will be using. Okay, and now what we will do, I have to select a different slicer. Okay, instead of batter, we have to select here what bowler. So I will just take and place it over here. So now we have to see on bowlers. But right now, if you can see when I'm changing this filter, everything is changing again. Okay, so these values are also changing. These values are also changing. But what should be there? This particular filter will be only for this particular visual. Okay, so now the same thing what we have to do is you have to go ahead and change the interactions. Okay, so select this particular filter, go in format, click on edit interaction, and wherever you are seeing it is filtering, you have to just say none. Select say none here as well, none here, none here, 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 as well as on all these particular things. So this as well on filters as well. Okay, because the values of this will be affecting this filter. Then this, then this and this. Okay, so now whenever I'm changing any value, you can see it will not change on any of the filters or any of the well charts on this here. So now I'm selecting this filter. Okay, so when I'm selecting this particular filter, you can see this is affecting this value also. Okay, it is off on this particular visuals, but it is affecting this value. So we have to click none here as well. Okay, means what, this filter values should not affect this particular slicer or filter. Okay, so select this and turn off this. Okay, similarly we have selected this and we have turned off all others as well. Okay, so now let's change it to we will just take some meaningful name over here. We will take it Kohli only. Okay, because he played all the season. And now let's find it for Bravo. Okay, we will find it for Bravo. And first thing what we have to do is I will take a new card over here, that is KPI card. And first thing what we have to find out is wickets. Okay, so now the same thing, how wickets we have found out it over here. You can see we have applied a bowler, we have taken a top one wicket, and then what we have to do is we don't have to take top one because we will have to show all the wickets for bowler. Just we have to show the dismissal kind because there are some wickets which are not counted for the bowler. All right, so now select this visual and we will take some of these wickets. Okay, take some of these wickets and put it into the fields. Okay, so now yeah, so we have taken some of his wicket and we have put it into fields. Let's see there is any filter applied or not. No, it is not applied. So now it is very important to understand why it is showing 2 over here, and you will spend hours on this finding what is wrong in this, right? So now it is showing 2 because some filters are applied over here on this particular visuals. It is affecting this particular value. So if you can see when I am clicking on this particular filter, so all other visuals are none. Okay, they are off on this particular slicer. But when I click on this particular slicer, okay, so this is a new visual added, and by default it applies this particular filter on this visual. You can see it has none has been non applied on this. Okay, it has been applied on all other things, but we have now this newly created visual, that is on KPI card. We have to click again null. Okay, for every time whenever we are creating visuals, we have to click none on this. Okay, so whenever I'm clicking none, then it will give us the total wickets. Okay, so this is very important. If it is giving 2, it means what, it is filtering out the value. So you should select here none. Okay, always remember, very very much important. Okay, otherwise you will get some different results over here. So now we will format with this, but before that we should know which wickets are for this particular bowlers. Okay, so we have a dismissal kind over here which we took for this particular purple cap as well. So we will take a dismissal kind and we will use this particular in our filter. And bold wickets are given to particular bowler. Caught is also given, caught and bold is also counted, LBW is also counted, run out is not counted. Okay, only this particular wickets are counted. All right, so let's say we will see it for different particular bowler. So let's see it for Chahal. Okay, so this is for Yuzvendra Chahal, right? You can see stumped is also given to Chahal, so we have to click on stump also. Okay, run out and NA, these two particular are not given. Okay, so as we selected Chahal, this particular stumped has been came because Bravo is a fast bowler, and for him stump wicket is not been calculated. So select a spin bowler, then the stumped will be come here, and you have to click on this stump. Okay, always remember, because when we select Bravo, okay, when I select Bravo, you can see the stump will go from here. Okay, it is correct right there, but if I unselect this, it will go to select. We will not see it over here. So select us Mishra. We will select Amit Mishra. Okay, so he might have taken some stubs, right? Yeah, he have taken 28 wickets difference will there. So we have to select it. All right. So now we will format this. We will go here. We will take in general and we will change this particular to 60 by 80. Okay. And we will go in call out value. This should be 12 or we will take it as 16 and we don't want label and in this should be bold and we will add a title for this and it will be what wickets. Take it at center. Perfect. And let it be 12. Okay, it should be 12 and take it over here and place it properly. Perfect. So these are wickets. Next what we have to find out is, let's see, we have to find out economy rate. Okay, so now I'll just copy this, Control C and Control V. Okay, so I've just copied. Why I'm copying? Because we don't have to change the formatting shapes again. But remember, you have to delete these filters because with copy, the filters will also be copied. So delete these filters. We don't want these filters over here. Okay. So now we will find out strike rate. So we'll just change the title for this first. And this is what? Economy. Okay, economy. Okay. So this will be economy of our bowler. And what does economy means? And one more thing again, guys. Okay, so you can see only two is there, but it should be actually 166, but two should be two. We are showing here two because when I click on this particular filter, it is filtering this visual as well. So you have to turn this off. Okay, very much important. Turn this off, then you will get an actual value over here. All right. So now what we have to do is we have to find out the economy rate. So what does economy rate means actually? So when you go over here, the economy rate is nothing but how economy rate is calculated. Dividing the number of runs conceded by a bowler by number of overs he have bowled. Okay, means what? The number of runs he have conceded in his over divided by number of overs he have bowled. So with respect to that, we have to create a measure again. So I will right click, I will click on new measure and I will name the formula as economy. Okay, and to determine the economy, I will be using some long function over here. I will explain you. First, I will write it. So I will be using a divide function. Okay, and we will divide it, and it is asking us what should be the numerator. So I will write a numerator below over here. So the numerator will be sum x. I will write a sum x function over here. So sum x is nothing but it will be taking the sum of an expression for each row in the table. Okay. So it will asking us first argument is table, for which table we have to take it, and it will be for IPL underscore ball by ball. Okay. So we are doing it for ball by ball. Second, it is asking us what should be the expression. Okay. So now always remember uh, which bowlers or which runs are considered or which runs are taken into consideration when a bowler is bowling. So whichever runs are hit by bat, okay, those only are considered as a runs which are considered by bowler. Let's say he's bowling a white ball, he's bowling a no ball, or he's bowling some like un what we can say unacceptable ball, or okay, which is not allowed in cricket. So that is something which bowler is responsible for. Again, the batsman is hitting the run that will go in bowler's court. Okay, but the runs which comes with byes. Okay, so he's been hit by his body, like thigh pad or his LBWs or not LBWs. We say pads. Then his body, any body part that will be considered as a uh, what we can say runs considered, but it will be not counted in the bowler's court. Okay, again buys. Okay, so buys runs means what? It was a legal delivery and it is going towards the keeper, but still they have taken the runs. Okay, that will be not considered in bowler's court. Okay, so we have to filter this value. So to that filter, what we have to change the extra types. Okay, so we will change the extra type. Whatever extra type we have, those should be not equal to what? It should not be equal to, okay, when double inverted, we will name leg byes. Okay, it should be not equal to leg byes because leg byes are not considered with the bowler. And one more thing that is byes. So we will use 2 ampersand for and in Power BI and IPL extra runs again. Extra type, it should be not equal to what? buys. Okay, it will be buys and close this bracket. Okay, so we'll close it for sum of x, comma, and what should be the sum? What the formula says? It should be total runs. Okay, total runs divided by number of overs bowled. So we will take the total runs. We have filtered it, and we will take the total runs as total runs. Okay, that is nothing but it will be here. Okay, so sum x, after sum x, actually we will have to add a filter over here. Okay, so we must add a filter over here. So I will just enter here. So shift enter, and I will open a bracket over here, and it should be a filter over here. Okay, we should add a filter over here. All right, because after sum x, this is the value which should be filtered, right? So I missed this particular statement over here. So we have to add a filter over here, and we have to take comma of IPL total runs. Okay, so we will be taking off total run. Okay, and then we will close this particular bracket. Okay, which will be for sum x. All right, and comma. Okay, now one more, what is remaining is denominator. What should be we divide it by? And we should divide it by count of what? IPL ball by ball overs. Okay, it should be what? Overs. Okay, divided by what? Number of overs bowled. But we are taking count of overs. Okay, but we have to what? Divide it by 6, because in one over there are 6 balls, so it will take all the 6 ball count, so we have to divide it by 6. So I will add a bracket over here, one more bracket over here, and I will divide it by 6. All right, and we will close our bracket for this particular divide. Okay, so I will explain you what we have done here. We have taken the sum x, we have applied this filter, that is leg buys and buys should be gone away, and we will take the sum x of total runs, and we will divide it by count of balls divided by 6. Count of balls means what? It will take count of each and every record of this particular IPL ball by ball, but we have to divide it by 6 so that it will be converted into 1 over. Okay, and then now we will hit OK, and now I will close this, and I will select this particular, remove this for now, and we want here economy. So you can see Amit Mishra have economy of 7.19, means what? In one over he is considering 7 runs in his entire IPL career. So let's say if you want to see it for 2022, so you can see here Amit Mishra did not play for 2022. Let's see it for 2021. Okay, so he have taken 6 wickets and he have considered 7.79 of economy. So let's see for 2022 we will see some for other player. Let's see it for Chahal. Okay, so we will see it for Chahal. We can see 27 wickets, 27 wickets are here, and economy was 7.37 per over. All right, so this was something. It looks tedious, guys, but this is something you must learn, and this is very good insight. IPL dataset is the best way to learn Tableau, Power BI, DAX functions. Okay. Now next we have to find average. Okay. So first let us understand what average means. Okay. In average, how to find average of a bowler. So what it says that we have to divide the number of runs they have considered. Okay. Means what? Again we have to see divided by number of runs they have considered divided by number of wickets they have taken. So we have to use same logic but just divide it by number of wickets. So now what we will do, for economy, what we have taken, we have used this logic. Okay, so now we will use same logic. I will just copy this, and we will be using same logic. So I will just take a new measure over here, and we will name it as average. Okay, average by bowler. And we will paste the logic over here. Just that in divide, we have to divide it by sum of wickets he have taken. So sum of is wickets. Okay, so sum of is wicket delivery, and we will just close this bracket over here. All right, so this will be our average. Everything is same, total runs divided by sum of wickets, and I will just click hit OK. Okay, so it is saying failed to resolve okay, so we have seen we have to remove this economy over here, and now we will hit OK. Okay, so now this calculation is valid. Now we'll just control C and control V. I will make an instance over here. Again, it is giving us 2. Why? Because after selecting this, okay, after selecting this, it is filtering this. So it deselect this again. Okay, so this is important because this particular slicer is filtering out this particular values over here. Okay, now select this, delete this. We want average over here. So average by bowler, and we can see 18.17 is the average by a bowler. Okay. Now next what we have to do, we will change the title over this. We'll name it as average. Now copy this and paste it over here. Control C, Control V, and we'll take one more instance and we have to show it for strike rate. Okay. The next what we have to find here is bowling strike rate. Okay. Bowling strike rate. Alright. So let's just increase its size. Okay. Just adjust this equally. Alright. So this looks fine. Now what we have to do is we have to find out bowling strike rate. So it is now giving blank over here, but actual value should be 18.17. Why? Because this filter is filtering out. So click on this and deselect this. Okay. And now select this value and remove this. Now we have to find out what strike rate. So bowling strike rate. So I have how we find out the bowling strike rate. It is mentioned on Google. Divide the number of deliveries the bowler have bowled in an innings divided by number of wickets he have taken. Okay, simple logic. Again, we will be using a divide function, or we can use any function you was. Okay, we will take a new measure. We can either use a divide function or we can directly divide two measures. Nothing doesn't matter. Okay, and I will name it as bowling strike rate. Right, and we will be using count of bowler. Okay, so we have to take count of bowler. Okay, so count of bowler divided by sum of his wickets. Sum of his wicket. This will be our bowling strike rate. All right. Close this. Take this bowling strike rate and put it here. Okay, so 14.79 is the bowling strike rate of Yuzvendra Chahal in 2022 season. If you want to select for all, so in his entire career, this is his wickets 166, 7.40 is the economy. If you want to check it for Rahul Char, this is his wickets and his bowling strike rate. Likewise. Okay. So now we will change the color for this. Select all of these. Go to into visuals. Go in general effects. Go here. Change the color, and I will be using the color over here as hashtag. Okay. Or we will select it from here itself directly. I don't have the color code right now. Okay, so we'll choose this. Okay, and the same thing we have to use it for this also. Go here, go in general effects and change this color to this one. Oops, not this one. Okay, let's copy this color first. Control C, select this, Control B. Perfect. All right, and now we will copy this as well. Control C, Control V. Just take it over here. And instead of select batsman, we will name it as select bowler. Similarly, this as well we will copy. Control C, Control V, paste it over here and select. This should be bowler stats. Okay, so this is batting stats, this is bowling stats. All right. So by operating different filters over here, okay, so let's see if you want to see it for season, let's say 2021. Okay, so for 2021 season, Virat Kohli made 4405 runs. His strike rate was 116, 96 he have it for 43 fours. And with respect to Rahul Chahar, he have taken 13 wickets. If you want to see it for, let's say Yuzvendra Chahal, he took 18 wickets. If you want to see it for some another bowler, you can go ahead and see it. So let's look for Andre Russell. So he took 11 wickets, but his economy was very bad. Okay, you can see it here. Or we can see it for Akshar Patel. 15 wickets, economy was very good, 6.57. Likewise, you can see the statistics of different bowler in different seasons. If you want to see it for all the seasons, you can do that also. So this gives us multiple options, multiple way to look the data. All right. So now next we will go ahead and design our pie chart. So if you can go, if you go in our dashboard. So this is the chart which we will be designing, that is winning percentage based on toss decision. Okay. So now I will show you what this actual chart means with respect to our data. So I am in the matches data. So we want to find out the percentage of win based on what toss decision that particular captain have taken. Okay. It means what? If you can see here, so here are the teams. Okay. So the first team, or the first match was in between team 1 and team 2, that is Rajasthan versus Gujarat. The toss winner was the Rajasthan Royals. They have chose the bat decision first, but Gujarat Titans won the match. Okay, means what? The Rajasthan Royals decision did not go into their favor. Okay, but if you can see here, the third match was between Rajasthan, like Royal Challengers versus Lucknow Super Giants, and the toss was win by again Lucknow, and they lost the match. Like Rajasthan won the match. Okay, so in this way, if you can see in this particular match, okay, so you can see Delhi versus Capitals, Delhi Capitals versus Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians won the toss. They selected the field first, and they won the match. Okay, so we want to find out only those particular matches and those particulars, what we can say, statistics where they have won the toss. Okay, that particular team have won the toss, and that particular team have won the match, and on what toss decision they have won. Okay, it means what? The logic should be in such a way that Mumbai Indians, if Mumbai Indians is the toss winner, it should be the match winner as well. Okay, so we want to find the statistics on that particular field. Okay, so first what we will do, I will just take this particular shape over here. We want the background shape, and I will try to place it over here first. Okay, and I will just reduce its size somewhat. Try to place it over here. I will go in format, and in general in properties, I will take the height for this as 228. Okay, 228. So this will be height for me, and okay, this is fine. Right now, what we will do, we will take a pie chart now. Okay, so just let me adjust it a bit. Okay, now let's take a pie chart. We have a pie chart over here. And one more thing, guys, what we have to do is when I select this particular filter, this should be not be filtered. So I will just select this as none, as well as for this particular filter as well. When I select it, it should be none. Okay, it will not matter, but it should be like whenever you are presenting in some for in front of your user or in front of client, they should be not confused. Okay, so we will deselect it only with respect to this only. All the filters will be changed, and this particular stats, this filter will be work on this only, this will be work on this only. All right, so now let's build our visual, but before that we have to create a logic. Okay, so now we will create a logic that where match winner should be equal to the toss winner. All right, and I will just name this measure as let's say matches won on toss decision. All right, and here again we will use a calculate function, and what we have to calculate is expression. So we have to take count. Okay, so I will take count of rows. Okay, count of all the rows in our IPL dataset. Okay, that is our for IPL matches dataset. Okay, we will be working here right now on matches. Okay, so we have to close this first. Okay, and I'll just deselect this, and on this particular thing we have to create a measure. We don't want to create a measure on this table. We will be creating it on matches table. So I will just click on new measure over here, and here it will be matches win on toss decision. All right, and we will use a calculate function, and we will use a count rows. We will take a rows of count of IPL dataset. Okay, of IPL matches dataset. All right, so we will take a count of rows, comma, what should be the filter conditions? So filter conditions should be such that the we will be taking the toss winners. Okay, so the toss winner, okay, whoever is the toss winner, he should be equal to the match winner. So this is the simple logic which we will be using, and we will be naming it as winning team. Okay, that is the winning team of that particular match. So this is the filter condition we have to apply over here, and I will close this bracket, and I will just hit OK. All right, and close this. Select this particular visual which we have to create. Select this visual. Then first what we will do, we will just turn off these options over here. Go in format and click on edit interaction, so it will not show here right now. Select this, and now what we will do, we will take our match won by in values. Okay, we want to show it in values, and we want to break it in toss decision. Okay, so we have to break it in toss decision. I will just make it a bit smaller, and we will try to fit it over here. Okay, perfect. So now we will do some formattings over here. We will go in general. First, let's go in general. In effects, we will turn off the background. We don't want the background. In visual, then uh, we will change this particular data labels. Okay, so for data labels, we will change the value to white. Okay, let's change this to white. Let's increase the size a bit, and then we will change the legends. Okay, so legends, we want it at top center. Okay, we will name the legends over the top center. The text for the legend, we will choose it at this. Okay, this is the toss decision. Then let's change the title over here, and we will change the title as matches win based on toss decision. Okay, so this is the matches win on toss decision, and we will change this particular to Sergio UI semi bold, for well as a font, and color as this. Perfect. Okay, so this will give us the statistics of 2021. So what does this say? That out of 7 matches which were chose as a bat first, and like 7 times the matches were bat first, which was taken the decision by the captain, and they have won the matches. Okay, they have win the matches. 28 times or 80% times they have taken as a field first. Okay, and they have like out of toss decision, 80% was field first, and they have won the toss, and they have won the match as well. Okay, so this is something which we have analyzed over here. All right, and the next thing what we have to do is, let's go into our other dashboard. So what we have to do is matches win by result type. Okay, so the color of the slices, if you want to, you can change the color of the slices whichever you want. So for field, I will take this, not this. I will take this, and for bat, I will take this. Okay, so this is fine. All right, so you can use any color whatever you want. Now what I will do, I will select both this. I will select the shape. I will Control C, Control Z. One sec. I will just select this, Control C, Control V, and I will take this shape below as well. So we want to determine one more chart over here. All right, and now we will copy this, Control C, Control V, because we want one more donut chart to be prepared. Okay, and it is what matches win by result type. Okay, so what does this mean, that matches win on result type? In this, what we will take, I will first build the chart, and then I will show you what does this mean. I will select this result type. We will just close this. We will close this, and we will take count of ID in the values. Okay, count of matches, and result type we have it here, won by, that is won by. Okay, so what does this mean? That if you can see in this particular, that is how many matches have been won with respect to wickets. Wickets means what? That particular teams are winning the matches with respect to batting second. Okay, and this is what they have won by runs. Sorry, wickets, and runs means what? They have defended the title, right? Or defended that match, means they are winning by fielding second. Okay, this was the statistics for 21. So if you go ahead and change this to 2022, if you see for 2022, it was 50-50%. Okay. So half matches were won as a batting first, and half matches were won as a batting second. And there was no super over here. All right. So in this way, we will be reading this particular charts over here. All right. I hope you're understanding. And if you see for all of the seasons, okay, there were 14. If you can see, 14 super overs were there. 423 matches are won, by fielding second, and this is won by batting second. Okay, means what? They are these are defending the scores, and these are what? Trying to win the match by batting second. All right. So I hope you're understanding what I am telling. And now what we will do, in particular we will change the title over here. It will be match win by result type. Okay, it will be matches win by result type. So we will start with our next chart, and next chart what we have to do is matches win by venue. Okay, it means that with respect to venue, how many matches have been won, and with respect to venue, how many matches have been played over there. Okay, this is nothing but matches played, but we have split it on runs and wickets. It means what? In that particular stadium, how many matches have been won with respect to bat first and with respect to ball first. They are winning by runs means what? They have fielded or they have batted first, and with respect to wickets means what? They have batted second. Okay, so in this way we will be seeing this particular thing. So I will just copy this shape over here, control C control V. Will be using the same shape over here. I'll just increase it vertically. Okay, just increase it a little bit. Okay, perfect. All right, now what we will do, I will take a bar chart over here. So this is my bar chart, and okay, first I will just prepare it. So we have to take a venue. Okay, so I will take a venue on y-axis. Okay, we have a venue on y-axis. I will take match ID on x-axis. Okay, and we have to take a win by on legends. Okay, so in this way we will show, instead of all I will just show it for 2022 for now. Okay, and now we will edit this particular chart. Go in general, in effects just say none, and go to visual. In y-axis, on x-axis we don't want to show anything. I will just turn off the x-axis. Okay, drop down this and turn off the title as well. Okay, and in legend, okay, legend we want. So in legend we will select the text in white color. Okay, somewhat off white color. Then we want the data labels as well, so data labels we have on it. Then on y-axis we have to change this particular values to white color. Okay, so this is also been done, and we don't want the title also over here, so I'll just adjust this a bit. Perfect, so I will just select this, and we will change the title for this. It will be matches win by venue. Okay, and we will take it well, and we will take Sejo semi bold, and we will take it as this color. Perfect. So this is won by actually, and it is with respect to who have batted first and who have fielded first. That is with respect to that how many matches have been won. And we will change the bars over here. We will take for runs. We will take it as this. Okay, and for this we will take it as, let's take it as this. Perfect. Okay. Now we have to create one more chart, the last chart, which is total wins by team for season. Okay, so I will just select this first again. Okay, so now we have to find how many matches have been won in that particular season by each respective team. Okay, so for that, what I will do, I will just take same chart over here. Okay, so we will not have to do much on formattings, and go in visual, just delete everything from here, and we will create a fresh chart. So I will take a winner, so winning team, I will take add it on y-axis. We want the winning team, and we will take again winning team on x-axis, which will give us the count of that particular wins. Okay, and you can see Gujarat Titan have won the maximum matches, and they were the title winners also. And the total wins, these are not only wins in league stages. Okay, this will be the win total wins in the league stage, in what we can say, uh, eliminator rounds also, and final match also, all will be counted as a total matches over here which they have won. All right, and what we will do, we'll do some formattings over here quickly. So on data labels we will need these values to be in white color. All right, and okay, so this is good. And what we will do, we'll change the title. So match total wins by team for season. Okay, total wins by a team for a season. All right. So this is our last chart. Okay. So you can see Gujarat was the first. I think Rajasthan Royals was the runner-up in that tournament, which have won the second maximum matches. So, and if you want to see it for all the seasons, okay, if you select it for all the season, you can see up till now in uh, like all the 20, like 16 or 15 seasons, Mumbai Indians have won the maximum matches, that is 131, followed by Chennai Super Kings 121. And the least are NA, because there are some records which are not been over here. RCB is in the fourth place. Then we have Kings 11 Punjab, KKR, right? And you can see for matches win by venue also, the most matches hosted by a venue was Eden Gardens. Okay, then second was the Wankhede Stadium at Mumbai. Then we have a Chinnaswamy Stadium at Bengaluru. Okay, likewise, you can take some insights from here. All right. And if you want to see it for, let's say, season 2021, you can see CSK was the winner, and CSK was the maximum match winner as well. And it was some matches were played in Dubai as well, because I guess it was a COVID time, and some of the matches were played in India, some of them were played in Dubai. All right. So this was for this thing. Now what we will do, we will format this particular slicer as well. We'll just go in slicer settings, and in slicer header, what we will do, we will just reduce the size. Perfect. We'll make it as bold. And in general effects, we will say none for the background. Okay. And again, go to slicer settings. Uh, for values, we will make it as this color. Okay. Okay, this looks good. Or we will make it as pure black. And in season on header, we will make it as white. Or and let's change it to Sergio semi bold 9. All right. So this looks fine. All right. So we can do these things. Perfect. Oops. All right. So now what we have done over here is, this is our final dashboard. The last and least, or some part is remaining, just is to add the images over here. Okay. So I will help you on how to add one or two images. The other images you can go ahead and add on your own. So what we can do is, you have to go in insert. Okay. In insert, you have to click here on images, and there are an images file I have added over here. So I will add this particular link for you also to download. You can go ahead and download those. Okay. So I will add a title winner over here. So this is my cup. Okay, so I will insert this, and I will just reduce the size somewhat, and I will bring it over here, and I will try to place it over here. Okay. So in this way, I've added my cup as well. So I will add you, let's add a purple cap as well. So I will add a purple cap over here, that is for most wickets, and I will take this cap and I will place it over here. So in this way, you have to add all the images. I will give you all of the images we have to place. Similarly for batting as well. So let's, for batting, you have to add image for batting. So we have it for batting here. So this is the batsman which we'll be placing out over here. Okay, so images gives us more intuitive. It speaks like, images speaks more louder than whatever we are writing it in text, because it is easy to understand for a user as well. So in this way, you have to add all the images. You can take the screenshot of this, and you will know like where to add the images. Okay. So this is the already prepared dashboard which I have right now again re-prepared for you. We have reworked on that, and how I hope, if you have came at this point of the video, I hope you have learned so many things in Tableau which you weren't aware of, and finally you have created this beautiful IPL analysis, beautiful IPL project, by which we have followed n number of like multiple steps, from requirement gathering to connecting to databases, cleaning, modeling, processing, everything we have done. And then my final urge to you is, like, if you have liked this, go ahead and subscribe the channel, like this video, share it with your friends, and turn on the notification bell so that you can get a notification whenever I'm uploading these types of project. So guys, see you in the next one. Till then, happy analysis.